So, Jack, we've gone through a few things, and we'll get your views on them. So, I'll run through the list of what we've just spoke about. So, we've gone for, firstly, your UK Promoter of the Year for last year.
Are we talking the big ones, or are we talking?
Yeah, but the big three.
You're affiliated with some of these small old shows, but just break away from that for a minute.
No, I was asking because I wasn't sure where you were. Yeah, I'm still going to say Hearn. I think Warren's closed the gap a lot though.
Yeah, me and Carla, but you probably won't have seen it because you might with you only just jumping on. Me and Carl both went for Frank Warren on that.
Yeah, I could understand that. I still think Hearn, because I still think he was involved in some big nights and some big things, but overall, and I think a lot, and he did a lot globally, and he was involved in the whole Haney situation to get him to the undisputed fights. I know he didn't do the undisputed fight, and things like that. But yeah, Frank has definitely had a strong year this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, World Fighter of the Year, male World Fighter of the Year, and then male domestic fighter of the year, Jack.
World Fighter of the Year, for me, I'm going to... I really wanted to say Inoue, but I'm going to still go with Crawford. I really want to
even though Crawford only fought once?
Yeah, I know he only fought once, but that performance against Spence was special. That was one of the best performances I've ever seen.
Okay. Male domestic fighter of the year, Jack.
And
when I say domestic, I don't necessarily mean domestic level, but English fighter of the year.
British fighter.
Yeah, British fighter of the year, yeah.
Just for the level of and the good fights he had would probably be Wood this year. And I'm not saying that just because it's you two. I genuinely believe that. He's had a couple of decent high level fights this year. And they're fights that stick out in my mind.
We both picked Lee Wood as well, and everyone will say that we're being biased. I don't care, and I know Carl don't care.
I have no affiliation to him, do I? So,
no, I know you don't, mate. But I don't. I'd like anybody to argue with me. What other world champion fights 3 times a year?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, there was a lot of. I'm trying to think of one. I mean, Inoue, and that's it. Inoue had 3, didn't he?
Did he fight 3 times? Did he fight 3 times in 23?
Yeah.
I thought he only fought twice. Anyway, that's by the by.
I mean, he might have only fought twice actually. Yeah, but...
Female world fighter of the year and female domestic fighter of the year, then, Jack.
World fighter of the year for me. Well, domestic for me has got to be Chantel Cameron for that Taylor fight, I think. World fighter of the year. This is hard. I don't know who I would go world fighter. I mean, there's an argument for it being Mayer, but I think I'm probably going to say Serrano just because there's nobody else really that jumps out at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I went Serrano.
Yeah, I think Serrano because I think most of the major things have actually been domestic fights and the ones that I remember. So, and I think Serrano is outside of that the only one that really jumps out at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Trainer of the year. Proper putting you on the spot tonight, aren't I, mate?
I'm going to still say Jamie Moore. I always rate Jamie Moore, and I always will.
That's who I went with.
Yeah,
it is.
I think you're right on that, Carl. I think look at what he's done with Chantel and people like that. You know, it's just I don't think you see a Jamie Moore fighter ever get outclassed.
Agreed. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. It was a toss up. It was a toss up with me between Jamie Moore and Shane McGuigan. I think Shane McGuigan's had a very good year.
Yeah, McGuigan so has had a very good year.
I went with Shane McGuigan, but I can see the argument for Jamie Moore, and he was on my list. It was a toss up too.
I could see the argument for Shane McGuigan. So
yeah, it's a toss up there for me.